Hi everyone, I'm Carey Pena and this is Front Doors TV. With me in our Inspired Media 360 studios today, Leslie and Doug Reprogle, who are the founders of Agape Adoption Agency. Thank you both so much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
I've been wanting to interview you for some time now. You have such an incredible mission, and I want to begin with how it all started, because it was born out of pain, but also passion.
It's true. It's true. Doug and I have been married for 20 years. And when we first got married, we decided we wanted to grow our family. And unfortunately, that's just not something that happened for us. I'm a cancer survivor. We explored every option related to adoption that we could, and nothing was working for us. And our hearts were broken. And so we decided that if we couldn't have children, we were going to serve children. And so we participated in a mission trip to Haiti with our church, and it was amazing. We went there and we saw children that were not sad and starving and sitting with flies on their faces. They were full of joy and they were sharing with each other, and they were just so happy to be part of a safe place. And on the way back from the mission trip, I felt in my heart so strongly that helping families adopt children was something that I should be part of. I actually heard God speak that into my spirit. And so we got to work. And here we are, how many years later?
20 years later.
20 years later, we've been married, but...
Sorry, 16 years later.
16 so you started the agency in 2005, yes. And you have been involved with facilitating upwards of 1,000 or more adoptions. What has that journey been like for you?
It's been an emotional, I guess sentimental, because we get to see the families who reach something that they've strived for and worked so hard for to accomplish, like us, they couldn't. And then when their families are brought together, when their families are built, or their families are helped, or their children are brought back in the foster care system, to see those biological parents have their kids and see them hug at our office because we get to go home again. We get to see the blessings.
You adopted 2 sons.
We did.
Tell us about your experience becoming parents and how that has informed the work that you're doing.
Oh my gracious. We had a birth mom contact us because she wanted to do a voluntary placement in an adoptive family. And she was really struggling with an addiction to methamphetamine. So the baby was born, addicted to drugs and withdrawing. And it was hard. It was hard. And I said, I want to be the one to visually observe this child so that when he's matched with a family that's coming from another state, I can tell them exactly what's happening. And so we never do this, but we brought the baby home, and then he just never left. Birth mom had a long history with DCS, and they were involved, and it turns out that we couldn't match him the way that we thought he would. But we're servants, right? Agape is a program that wants to demonstrate servant leadership. So we said, and there was a shortage of foster families. And so DCS said, well, just hold on to him for a couple weeks. And we said, well, we really don't do that, but we want to serve this birth mom, and this is how we do it. And he just never left. She relinquished to us. We have an open adoption. She still struggles with her sobriety, but once a year on his birthday, she gets sober. And she calls us from wherever she is because she wants him to know that we love him and she loves him, and we will forever be partnered in raising him up. And then our second son, Jackson, is so amazing. Again, not enough foster beds. And so he was going to spend the night at a DCS office. And DCS, they're soldiers to get kids in safe settings. They really are. We have a lot to thank DCS for. And they were just calling agencies saying, please, somebody help these babies find a place to stay. 5 days old, first day home from the hospital. And we said, okay, he can come home with us for 5 days. Now it's been 9 years, right? And he just never went home. And so again, in open adoption with his mother, who's amazing. She meets us sometimes at the mall and buys him lunch. She's just great.
I don't know if folks really realize how great the need is out there. And there is an opportunity right now, Doug, for folks to be able to allocate some funds to an agency like yours. Can you talk about that?
Carey, so many of us, lives are busy. People have jobs, people have families, it's busy. But one thing the state of Arizona has done so well in is creating foster care tax credits. And that's in addition to other tax credits for other organizations. And it's amazing because a family can give up to $1,000 of their already paid state taxes that's been withdrawn from their paychecks every week. They can direct that to help the families that we're serving. Individuals can do up to $500. And so it's an amazing, amazing thing that the state of Arizona has done to give a qualified foster care tax credit to the foster care tax agencies that are working that way. Because we're a nonprofit, we can't do everything that we do just by what we bring in by our contracts. We have to do fundraising. We have to have people in the community that have a heart to help somebody else that can help somebody that needs help. So with the foster care tax credit, families can direct their taxes that they've already paid to help this mission that we're on, helping families and children.
Thank you both so much for sharing your story and for all the work that you continue to do for so many children. People can go and check out your website. You do a lot more than what we've just been able to talk about, agapeaz.org. And I thought we would close it out by talking about just briefly the word agape. In Christianity, I understand, means unconditional love.
Right. There are several words in the Greek that describe love. And so you've got friendship love, which is phileo love, right? You're super nice, and so I can love you with the phileo love. Agape love is an abundance of love. It's a feast of love. It's love that's poured out like God pours out love upon us. And that's the kind of love that we want to share with our community. That's the kind of love we want our community to share with the most vulnerable children and families.
I just want to keep you guys here because I think like hearing you talk could motivate and inspire all of us. Thank you both so very much. And thanks to all of you for watching Front Doors TV. I'm Carey Pena.